And more than 20 people are wanted by Lafayette police following a narcotics investigation. Police say these people aren't who they appear to be.
And medical experts are pushing for you to get vaccinated as the Delta variant threatens to become the dominant COVID-19 strain here in the U.S.
And we're keeping an eye on the Gulf of Mexico as a system is poised to bring some pretty heavy rain to the region as we get to the weekend. Those details coming up.
From Fox 15, News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Carter Simino.
Good morning. I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Our top story, a federal court has temporarily blocked the Biden administration's pause on oil and gas leasing. The
preliminary injunction issued on Tuesday is a blow to one of the administration's key actions to address climate change. The court sided with more than a dozen states.
The states had sued after President Biden directed the administration to not issue new leases for oil and gas drilling in offshore waters and on public land, while officials conduct an environmental and financial review of leasing practices.
The court's decision is a temporary order while the lawsuit is ongoing. The Interior Department handles the leases. It said in a statement it will comply with the order.
In response, Attorney General Jeff Landry praised the federal court for upholding the Constitution. He said in part, quote, "This is a victory not only for the rule of law, but also for the thousands of workers who produce affordable energy for Americans."
Well, the results of a major narcotics investigation were announced at an LCG press conference yesterday afternoon. Police Chief Thomas Glover says there are warrants out for the arrest of 26 suspects accused of posing as panhandlers or otherwise in need.
Chief Glover says they were doing it to either get money from a drug supplier or to support their own narcotic needs. The search for these suspects are ongoing. Chief Glover says these suspects would make $400 to $500 when out.
It's appalling that people would take advantage of the kindness of the citizens here and purport to be homeless or indigent people in need and then utilize the opportunity to sell drugs. The use of illegal drugs throughout this country is a big scourge on society. Most of the crime that you see is connected, a lot of it is connected to drug use.
Well, according to LPD, these suspects would normally be near exits from the interstate and at major shopping areas.
The police department also says that the signs put up in Lafayette to discourage people giving panhandlers money are not related to this investigation. Meanwhile, a Lafayette teen is behind bars after leading Scott police officers and deputies with the Lafayette Sheriff's Office on a high-speed chase. Nicholas Jones is accused of speeding and passing vehicles in a no-passing zone in a vehicle allegedly stolen from a tow yard. The incident happened in the 700 block of Mill Street. He's facing charges of aggravated flight from an officer. He's also identified as a person of interest in several recent burglaries. Shifting gears, let's now get a check on the forecast with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Yes, good morning, Adam. Another hot and humid start to the day.
Yeah, it definitely feels like summertime out there, Alex and Carter, and we are warming up fast thanks to sunlight. We're at 80 degrees now in Lafayette and in New Iberia and in Morgan City. It is 78 in Breaux Bridge, 79 in Ville Platte and Opelousas. Now, we do have a lot of sunlight out there. I-10 at I-49 showing that sunshine, and that is continuing in your forecast through the morning time. As sun and clouds mix, temperatures climb to near 90 degrees by 11 o'clock. I think we hit 90 by noon, and a storm or two are possible at that point in time. But going forward, we're keeping a very close watch on the Gulf of Mexico as an area of low pressure is likely to bring us some rain for the weekend. We're going to talk more details on what exactly that means for your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, sounds great, Adam. We'll check back. Well, Smile Community Action Agency is holding a housing resource fair today. Attendees will learn more about the agency's services, including first-time homebuyer education, financial literacy, and Lafayette's emergency assistance program. The resource fair will be at Como Recreation Park from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Women of Acadiana invites you to attend their relaunch party called the Spring Fete. You're encouraged to wear all white with a pop of your favorite color to celebrate. Witness the revealing of DWA's new branding in addition to releasing the 2021 calendar of events and the introduction of new board members and so much more. You don't want to miss this event today at 6:30. The address 127 Cherry Street in Lafayette.
Also today, 24-Hour Citizen Project kicks off another year with their annual recruiting event. It's happening at the Grouse Room. Kick back and talk about ideas that you have for the community. It's an informal speed dating style setting. You can share ideas during the idea generation session. No idea is a bad one or too small to share. It's from 6 to 9. Go to 24hourcitizenproject.com for more information.
Lafayette Consolidated Government officially proclaiming June as LGBTQ+ Pride Month. The proclamation is being put forward by the only two Democrats on the council, Councilman Pat Lewis and Glenn Lazard. This is Lafayette's first time recognizing Pride Month. Local LGBTQ community members expressed their disappointment with Mayor President Josh Guillory for failing to put forth his own Pride Month proclamation.
Well, turning to some events happening this weekend, Habitat for Humanity Restore invites the whole family out for some birdhouse crafts. You'll create your own unique birdhouse from reclaimed wood. It kicks off at noon on Saturday at the Restore Midtown location on Johnson Street.
Community organization Acadiana Black celebrates 1 year in Acadiana with a Juneteenth block party this weekend. This is the second consecutive Juneteenth celebration in downtown Lafayette with amazing live performances, great cocktails, so many local vendors, and a chance to win lots of prizes when you enter the raffle. The party starts at 7 p.m. at Rev Coffee Roasters and ends at 11 p.m.
Well, artists and photographers from across Louisiana will battle to become champions of their categories on Saturday at the Louisiana Makeup Expo. The expo is designed to educate and highlight the art of makeup through competition, business classes, and vendors. There will also be an art walk on Friday, which is the opening night. For more information and to sign up, visit lamakeupexpo.com. And remember, you can catch up on continued coverage of the latest news around Acadiana and the state by visiting our website at kadn.com.
Just ahead on News 15 today, a new Gallup poll says Americans are the most stressed workers in the world. Would you agree?
Plus, the Senate unanimously passed a bill that would make Juneteenth a legal public holiday. We'll have more on that coming up.
And we're taking a live look I-10 at Ambassador, where the sun is shining on a beautiful Wednesday. We'll find out, though, when that sunshine turns to storm clouds in your forecast coming up.
And 2021 could be outpacing 2020 as one of the deadliest gun violence years on record. Government officials now desperately looking for answers to stop the deadly shooting.
Well, families torn apart as more lives were lost this week to senseless gun violence, but firearm experts are predicting this worrisome trend will only get worse this year.
Fox News correspondent Jackie Ibanez has the latest data on mass shootings impacting the nation.
New data on mass shootings shows so far this year could be outpacing last as one of the deadliest gun violence years on record. That's according to the nonprofit group Gun Violence Archive, which reported roughly 600 mass shootings last year. But so far, 6 months into 2021, and experts have documented more than 260 shootings nationwide.
You don't have the right to just constantly take their life.
All this as a new series of deadly shootings this week have rocked the country.
Tragedy has ripped apart families and inflicted intense trauma.
At least 4 people were killed. Another 4 were injured Tuesday in Chicago after an argument inside a home resulted in shots ringing out. Meanwhile, that same day in Alabama, a factory worker, 34-year-old Andreas Dion Horton, opened fire at the facility, killing at least 2 co-workers and injuring 2 others before taking his own life.
Horton was dead with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Meanwhile, chaos erupting in Texas Saturday after 2 suspects shot up a busy section of Austin, killing at least 1 and injuring more than a dozen. The escalating gun violence is forcing government officials to look for answers, as mayors representing several cities impacted by the outbreak of shootings discuss solutions.
Greater access to firearms does not equal greater public safety.
Many of those mayors are asking the Biden administration to enact executive orders imposing tighter gun laws. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
Well, new research reveals 23% of COVID patients have developed a new or persistent health condition. We dive into this a little later.
And TSA security evaluation of Colonial Pipeline is scheduled for July. What Colonial says delayed the process.
But first, seeing more of that summertime heat, Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier tracking some cooling rain chances coming up in the forecast. Stay with us, 8:12 on your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back, 8:14. Summer heat and humidity looks to be sticking around for who knows how long.
Yeah,
at least a couple more days.
Yeah, right. Well, let's get the latest from Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Adam, what can you tell us this morning?
Well, yeah, that heat is in place, and it is sticking around Carter and Alex today and tomorrow, but then we see some changes. So we'll have the heat today. We stay mostly dry tomorrow, but then towards your weekend, we are going to be watching for some heavy rain to move through the area, at least the possibility of some heavy rain. Let's talk, though, about this morning. And I got to apologize to my good friend Nat. She sent this picture in a while ago. I wanted to show it, kept getting distracted, finally got to the point that I'm like, hey, you know, I told her that I was going to show this picture. So thank you, Nat. We are looking at a beautiful morning out there with lots of pretty colors right above the horizon. It was a stunning sunrise out there, and hopefully you got to see it. And the good news is we have sunshine. You know, we're not seeing clouds, we're not seeing thunderstorms, but we are seeing that mugginess to the air. I-10 at Ambassador, seeing a lot of sunshine out there right now. A temperature of 80 degrees and that dew point sitting at 74. So there's that humidity, that mugginess. It just does not feel good. Northerly breeze, though, at 5 miles per hour. And that is important because that can actually help keep our temperatures a few degrees cooler today. We'll see what happens. But we are looking at those temperatures climbing into the low to mid 80s by 10 o'clock. By 11 a.m., 88 degrees and hot. Now this afternoon, we'll see how much dry air can mix in, because if we see a little bit of extra dry air, we could be a few degrees warmer than this. But if that humidity stays in place, typically northerly winds tend to be a cooler wind direction, even in the summertime for us here in Acadiana. So we could see those low to mid 90s. We'll also be watching for a few pop-up storms, but don't get your hopes up. There's not going to be a whole lot to track out there on radar. Mid-70s as we head through the overnight hours. Those clouds return to the picture, and tomorrow we do it all over again with an even lower rain chance. Now look at the wind direction tomorrow. Easterly winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Reason being, we're talking about the Gulf of Mexico and a system that is going to be moving to the north starting tomorrow with the possibility of some tropical development. So let's show you what it looks like right now. Not that impressive. We check out satellite. There's a whole lot going on, but not a whole lot actually happening. You know, we got showers and thunderstorms all across the Gulf of Mexico, indicating low pressure is starting to develop. We have a bit of a spin here in the southern Gulf, Bay of Campeche, and this is going to kind of tighten up in the days to come. Now, most of the storms associated with this low are actually onshore, but there are some big storms that are starting to fire up to its north. As the system kind of gets its act together, it does have a high chance of development. In fact, a 70% chance in the next 2 days, a 90% chance in the next 5 days. Really, Thursday, Friday is when we would expect that development to take place to a depression, possibly a storm with the name Claudette. So this morning, the chances for tropical development, they continue to increase. Most models, and I say most, now with the new slate of models, some are starting to move back eastward, but show the center moving ashore at least here in Acadiana or to our west. That puts at least part of the area in a heavy rain threat. So when does that rain show up? Starting Friday afternoon. Saturday is going to be the rainiest day out of the weekend. Sunday, that rain could continue on. And of course, these rain chances could continue to go up. And, you know, we see Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all equally seeing those rain chances. But as it stands right now, Saturday is going to be kind of the worst day out of those three. So we'll keep you updated on that here on News 15 as the days progress and as we get more information from that system down in the Gulf.
Okay. Well, we will continue to check back with you, Adam, throughout the rest of this week and this morning. But coming up, you can now skip the trip to the pharmacy and have all of Walgreens products delivered through Uber Eats. More in this convenient partnership to come.
Plus, we can't forget about our dads. Al Aver back with some cool Father's Day gift ideas after the break.
Welcome back to News 15 today. With Father's Day just around the corner, you may still be looking for that perfect gift.
That's right. Al Abear's got you covered, though. He is at Brasso's Hardware in Maurice this morning. We're going to check in with him to see what kind of gift ideas he has for us this time. Al.
Hey, you know, Carter, Alex, Dad loves to cook. Dads love to cook. And,
That's
man,
pretty.
Jared,
Wow.
look, black iron, it's the way to cook Cajun down here. This is I mean, it doesn't look big. It doesn't look heavy. Oh, it weighs a ton. Tell me about this monster of a black iron skillet.
So Finex is a brand that we kind of stumbled across. It's made in the USA. And what's great about it is a former U.S. service guy who really wanted to take cast iron to the next level. And so what he started doing was he started CNC machining the bottom of the skillets.
Ah, okay.
You can see that the outside's fairly rough and you got to build up a bunch of coats. This has a true non-stick surface, ready to go.
Wow, this is smooth as glass. Yeah, this is what my black iron skillets look like at home on the sides. And of course, if you buy a new one, they're going to have that kind of rough texture. This is a great gift for Dad, man.
That's
and it
exactly
looks good.
Right. It looks great on your stove. It's a lifetime pot, lifetime warranty.
And you can let this sit on your stove, and it's kind of like a decoration.
That's exactly
Love
right.
it. And
so these are this is an oyster tray. So you take raw oysters in here, lay them out, use a little of the Power Ranch seasoning or compound butter. Either way, this is a great gift for Dad. This is really, really popular right now. Doing this on the grill, getting charbroiled oysters.
Oh, nice! I love that.
Yep. And then you think we hadn't talked about, which is under here. This is called the tailgater. This is
you know what? They just told me to wrap. Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the tailgater. This is a tailgate-sized cutting board. You're going to hear about it next, coming up, while we go back to Carter, Alex, and Adam in the studio. Very cool cutting board.
I think it's cool. I can't wait to see how it works.
Yeah, and that pot, that is such a pretty pot. Love that, Al. We were very locked in. Sorry that we had to, oh, yeah.
And heavy.
We're going to check back with you one last time later in the show. But coming up next, Lourdes Regional Medical Center helping UL Athletics renovate Cajun Field. We'll have more on this historic gift. Welcome back. The largest philanthropic gift in Louisiana Raging Cajun athletic history set to deliver major support to big renovations to the Cajun Field.
Our Lady of Lourdes donating $15 million over 15 years for the renovations, which also comes with a name change to Cajun Field at Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium. Dr. Maggard says this will happen after the completion of the stadium renovations.
It's the first major extensive renovation to the Cajuns football stadium since it was built in 1971.
Yeah, so you're going to see actually some work on the east side, which isn't a major part of this renovation, but I think for the next season you'll see a little bit of a facade change on the east side building, and then moving from there, you know, nothing else will really occur for this 21 season. All the behind-the-scenes work will begin. So I'm hoping to start the design phase here very soon.
We're now looking at LSU baseball in particular. Paul Maneri says don't feel sorry for him now that he's retired. The LSU baseball coach says he lived out his dream job.
Maneri says he'll continue living in Baton Rouge and he'll have time to meet up with some of his former players. He's willing to help out the next coach, just like Skip Bertman did for him. So
what's his advice to whoever takes over the program?
There's a lot expected of you here, without question. You know, it's an awesome fan base. There's a lot of people that care about LSU baseball. You have a lot of resources. You have a great administration, but you have to be confident in yourself, and you can't listen to the criticism too much and let it change you.
Well, Americans will shell out $20 billion for the old man this coming Father's Day. We'll tell you the average that people are expected to spend each.
And we are going to be talking tropics coming up. We'll find out if there's anything else beyond the Gulf system that we need to keep an eye on in just a few minutes.